All right.
He's live.
We are live.
She's
Look at that.
sort of
She's sneaking. Hey! Whoa! Look who I found,
Hello,
everyone.
you guys. Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
You know, I've missed you guys.
1st of September.
That's right.
Some people say it's the first day of spring then.
Cube,
But
and I threw
say
down on him this morning.
It's on the 22nd, 21st.
Well, you know, it's sort of like saying,
Yes.
let's share there.
It's sort of like saying that Christmas is starting now because apparently all
sizzle.
the shops have Christmas trees.
Triple
in
D
them already.
sizzle, triple D Joe, triple D sizzle,
Hello,
triple
you
D
guys.
Simmy, triple D Adelia, triple
Cool.
D Alice. Hey, are you catching on, guys? A lot of fucking triple D people are here.
Yes.
You know why? Because it fucking works. Triple D
It's
Olive. I'm not sorry. Wrong answer. Olive is here.
Oliver.
Stella, Jim, MM.
Hello.
Boom.
Okay.
All right, guys. So visit us at freeneville.com.
That's right. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yep, half a donut, you know the drill.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. So today, guys, we're going to talk about making money.
It's a money show.
Because Joseph's not sure exactly what he wants to do, that kind of thing.
Oh.
We've heard this before. We're going to just dive into it. Whoa, look at that. Laurel was here. Then she left. Then she came back. Then she left. And she might join us in Triple D. Maybe not. Triple D Mary's here.
Hello.
Hi. I'm loving all these. Who here has noticed a bunch of Triple D people have been changing their profile photos in the last
Yes,
24
I
hours?
have.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
Sweet. Yes.
prosperity prop, right? We're not actually using it today, but look at that. I beat the shit out of my toys. I ordered 3 new pairs of shoes, too. Wait till you see those.
Yeah.
All right.
Colourful.
That's right. I don't go anywhere, but I wear my shoes out to the portable disposable hot tub. So, Victoria.
Yes.
Shall we dive in?
We shall. Okay.
All right.
So this is a
is
reader email.
This is from Joseph. Day 14.
From Joseph in
14,
Manifesting
guys.
Mastery.
Day fucking 14.
Hey, 20 and Victoria.
Yo, Joseph, how are you?
The exercise where I noticed that I'm a successful business owner and a happy person was amazing, honestly.
Boom. By the way, you get it? Exercise, experience, that kind of thing. I'm a big fan of that, right?
Yeah.
Not a big fan of explanations. Men or women are different. Let's explain why. I'd rather discover all kinds of goody bits about her, right? I'd rather experience her than try to understand the differences between men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But anyway, notice Joseph's excited. There's a reason why he's experiencing things, right? Boom. So.
Cool. Sorry, just saw Jerry said, Jerry Stefan Watts are enjoying peanut butter pie.
Yay.
Okay. So, back to Joseph's question.
I love pie.
He does. I felt the shift in me. It was like weight being lifted that I didn't know I was carrying and feeling lighter, you know? That was cool. I do have a question, though. I'm challenged with figuring out what I want.
This is going to be so much fun.
Yes. I've got a hair or something in my eye, and it's just bugging me.
Do you want it out?
No, it's okay. The eye. No.
All right.
I've got making tens of thousands of dollars per month, being healthy and fit, being happy with myself and happy in general. All of it feels a bit tough to focus on, and I'm not very consistent. So I'm curious, should I focus on one thing at a time? Also, I'm not sure I know what I want. How do I figure out what I want so that I focus on the thing I want consistently? Thanks for this course. It's great.
Alrighty. So what's the most consistent and consistent thing in your life? Anyone?
The most consistent thing.
Yeah, what's the most consistent and consistent thing in your life?
The most consistent, inconsistent thing.
That's right.
The most consistent, inconsistent thing. I don't know.
It's you. All right?
Right.
Imagine that. I mean, what's the most consistent thing? I mean, I wake up every morning and I say, Victoria.
Yes.
And that's what she says. And I say, is there any chance that you two, right, had dreams about a lovely man? Because you know what I consistently...
Every morning he tells me consistently how he dreamt about this lovely man.
Yes. Last night, the lovely man was with Joe Weldon in the city of Connellsville,
You
Pennsylvania.
But it
and
looked
they
like
blew
Pakistan,
up.
you
Yeah,
said.
it was like Pakistan, and they blew up half the buildings. So me and Joe were sitting there like, all right. So, like, talk about cool, right? But
Yep.
I mean, the other night I was having a dream, and it was me, Bruce, and Emmett, right? And it's like, where's Victoria? Can't find my phone, that kind of thing. So, but the day before that, like, I had another dream, right? But what's consistently inconsistent, yet consistent in my life, in my dreams, and it's me. So, here's what I want to do. So let's go back to the Joseph's email,
Okay.
right? Because the one thing consistent about it is him.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I've got making tens of thousands of dollars per month, being healthy and fit, and happy with myself and happy in general. Right. Cool. To me, they feel almost like they're concepts. Right? And so what I'm going to invite you to do is to really nail a few things. Like, for example, I talk about frolicking in the meadow. Right?
Yeah.
I bring that one up a lot when people bring up things like health and so on. It's like, look, if you were healthy, what would you do differently? How would you experience your day differently? Would you perhaps frolic in the meadow? Right? So if so, imagine having had frolicked in the meadow today while drinking a cup of coffee. Right? I love scope ambiguity sizzle. So meanwhile, how do you let it become more about you? So being someone who creates wealth, right? When I adopted that state, I get to go, right, I create wealth. Really knowing that, I get to notice, you know what, I love writing and teaching. Cool. And talking. Right. So I can imagine writing and teaching and talking while I make great money. Right? And so it's sort of chunking down a little bit. What would I write and teach and talk about? Probably not bananas. I don't have any passion about bananas. I think they're genetically modified sugar sacks.
No, but for someone like Jerry, like for him, feeling happy for him is eating peanut butter pie with his wife and son.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
so with Jerry, right now,
Yeah.
here's what's cool. So a lot of times we run into the whole thing of, especially when people are just getting started out with us, of what can I imagine that would imply my wish is fulfilled if I don't know exactly what it is? Well, if you're imagining being super fit, having frolicked in the meadow, that kind of thing, or going to frolic in the meadow later on today,
Oh,
right? So I wake up this morning and I'm imagining, like, I know, I mean, I've got it scheduled in 11:15, frolicking in the meadow with Victoria. So it's
Wow.
like, this is great. So as I'm making the coffee and I have a sip of it, what's my experience like knowing, damn, this is great. I can't wait to be done with the coffee so we can go frolic in the meadow.
Cool.
There's that kind of feeling, right?
Yes.
Versus like my buddy Mitch at the bottle shop, living the dream, 20, I'm living the dream. Yeah, no, you're living at the bottle shop, Mitch, and you're not doing it as a customer, right? Living the dream, right? Same coffee, totally different experience, right? There's the experience of double tea, frolicking in the meadow, right? Then there's the 20, living the dream. You need to add a little bit of stuff to that coffee. So,
Yes.
how are we doing to start out? Is this making sense?
I think so.
Alrighty. I'd love.
Sorry. But I probably tuned out half a dozen times already without realizing. But so, for Joseph,
Joseph.
who doesn't know what he wants.
Joseph.
Yes.
Yes.
Other than these very general concepts you said, like
Yep.
pie in the
Just
sky
dialing it
type
in a
of-
little bit.
So trying to chunk it down.
Yeah. So what's health to you? Right. What
Yep.
would you be doing differently? Right.
Yes.
What were the other things? you mentioned in there?
$10,000.
Right. Not a fan of numbers. Most people can't relate to them. I'm going to say, look, if you doubled your income and worked half your time, and you doubled your income and worked half the time again, how would you eat peanut butter pie differently? Right. Notice how I'm weaving it in. Right? How would you pay the electric bill? I hate paying the fucking... Well, no, I don't. I hate paying the Optus internet bill because she makes me do it once a month because it drives the accountant and her nuts. I want to do it once a year.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So my imaginal act years ago was actually paying the bills a year in advance. When I started doing that, that was good fun. Right? Now they don't let me. Right? So now I can imagine, right, what would it be like if they let me?
Yes.
Got it? You
Yes.
don't have to imagine the wish. There's the thing. Especially like since work is a subset of life. You notice I talk about, hey, if you doubled your income, Jamaica, and you're working half the time, and you doubled the income, worked half the time again. I mean, how would you and what's by peanut butter? I mean, I know what I'd do. I mean, if I had Watts as a kid and Stephanie, I'd take them all to Kohl's, right? Because you guys have been to Kohl's with me. And I'd go to Kohl's and I'd get a cart and I'd get one thing of each of the peanut butters and I'd open them up in the cart and start sampling while I'm still in the store, right? Imagine the fun.
Yeah, I can imagine someone walking past. I hope you're going to pay for those.
Oh yeah, I'll pay for them all. I'll take all of them, and you just clean the shelf off, right? No, yeah, it's that weird guy with the hat
That likes peanut
that
butter.
likes peanut butter, right? This is where you actually get to have some fun. So, shall we continue, Victoria?
Well, that was his whole.
That was all. That wasn't it, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So, the way the questions were asked, I'm not sure what all they meant, right? So, nail each one separately, right? That doesn't mean you take a month and you manifest up being healthy, right? It's like, right, so this morning, before I get out of bed, I'm going to experience that coffee as if, I'm going to go frolic in the meadow, right? Oh, yeah, just imagining, yep, coffee, frolic in the meadow, boom, right?
Yes.
So, what else am I going to do before I get out of bed in the morning? Oh, yeah, I'm going to imagine up
14 manifesting masteries.
Yeah, 14 manifesting masteries
the
so
electric
I can
bill.
pay the electric bill, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that on the group call yesterday.
We did.
Which, again, is another cool one, right? Because, okay, here's my thing, right? I love teaching, so on and so forth. And so I imagine when I get the electric bill, right, I don't panic, right? Our electric bill has doubled. All right, it is
Almost,
it's almost tripled, right?
It has actually
Yeah.
tripled.
So, since we got the portable disposable hot
The
tub,
disposable hot tub.
right? Portable.
Yes.
And so when I open up the thing, I go, oh, yeah, the electric bill. Well, that's only 14 manifestingmasterycourses.com. I don't get all worked up with, oh, my God, right? Like, it's a lot of fucking money. Like, my mom probably spends $30 a month on the electric bill. Right,
Yeah.
for her.
If she saw our bill,
If
she
she
would
saw ours, she
die
would
of a heart
flip.
attack.
Of course, we have to have clean energy in Australia. Clean energy. Like I've ever seen dirty energy. That's like,
We don't have to, but we buy from a company that's clean energy.
we're not allowed
Whatever
to have
that means.
nuclear energy here. Coal. Yep, no new coal
right.
plants, no new nuclear, no nuclear at all. Nuclear. We have to have clean but not clear energy. No nuclear, new clean. Gets so confusing. Anyway,
Yes.
so let's start with some big chunks, right? Just feel what it's like to double your income, work half the time, that kind of thing. You also mentioned, Joseph mentioned, I didn't include this, he got a book on Facebook, or he bought a course on Facebook advertising. And I'm going to factor that in because what's cool is you obviously have an interest in doing that. Right? I don't. Right? I've studied it. I've studied it so I can format my Facebook posts that I don't pay for in a way that has people click more. Right? Because I'm cheap. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I seriously, in my entire career online, let's say 20 years, I've probably spent less than $500 total on paid traffic. Right? I'm a content guy. Right? Notice how it all sort of weaves in. I want you to notice, what are you passionate about doing? What do you enjoy doing? So I've talked about what would I enjoy talking about, not bananas. This kind of stuff, how I live, the way I think. You get it? I make money by sharing how I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty terrifying. So, yeah. So sort of drill them down into personal experiences. Take those things that, to me, almost sound conceptual. Bring them down to experience. Again, health. Would you be frolicking in the meadow? Would like hot chicks be like going, damn, when you walk down the street? Like, is that what, would you feel more perk in your...
Yeah. And happy in general, like, yeah. Wow, I didn't even blow up once today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally happy. I'm happy in general and generally happy. So,
Happy in general.
yeah, happy and a little general is happy as well. That's right. All right. Tommy said,
How would
Triple
you pay
D,
the phone bill?
if you doubled your income, worked half the time. Exactly. Right. Here, again, these are the fun ways to just sort of notice and bring it into your life, because when you do that, it actually becomes a lot easier and a lot funner, and you get to discover, what am I going to apply the Facebook ads to? Cool. Yeah, maybe you develop your own products. Maybe you build yourself out to work with other people. But as long as you have work be a subset of life, as long as you get that all these little things are part of you,
Yeah.
just makes it a lot easier. So, I'm going to look at that and make sure I covered everything.
Yeah. Inside
Victoria.
is something important. Yes.
Yeah, you can talk to them.
Oh, hi, yes.
I'm
How you
challenged,
doing?
figuring out what I want, blah, blah, blah. Lots of money, healthy and fit, happy with myself, happy in general. Yeah, pretty much. I tell you the secret. Who wants to know the secret to being happy with themselves?
To being happy with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah. Who wants to know? Type it in. I'll tell you.
We need a few yeses, I do's, or something.
Right?
Happy in general?
Yeah, happy in general. Right? Ready? Being able to say no. Being able to say yes. Right? Almost everybody I know lives in a state of almost everybody, almost all the time, sometimes maybe is kind of, sort of, that's called hell. Right? Worried about what other people think, worried about what other people are going to do, like worried about what they're not going to think, what they're not going to do. If you do something or don't do something, it's just, fuck, man. It's an endless fucking head game. Versus, like, what are you hungry for? Right? I just want people to perceive the world in a way that allows them to experience happiness and joy instead of chasing it. You get it? If we just sort of drill down a little bit, what am I into? I'm into having you notice who you are and how life actually works. You know? It's sort of like this whole loogie thing. I love this whole thing. Are you a masker or an anti-masker? Are you a vaxxer or an anti-vaxxer?
Yeah.
And I go, look, for 54 years of my life, okay, health was not the absence or the addition of a mask on my face. Right?
Yes.
Whether or not a mask is useful, that's up to you. But what's health? Health is not about a mask. Yes or no. Right? You got it? Health is about me. What am I imagining? If I'm imagining healthy, I'll do what keeps me healthy.
Frolicking in the meadow.
Frolicking in the fucking meadow.
Yes.
After drinking my coffee.
Yes.
So,
Cool.
do y'all think that made it clear as mud? Type clear as mud.
Clear as mud.
Clear as mud. I feel naked without my clicker.
Thank God. I think a lot of people here will be grateful for that.
Oh.
I know Scott will miss it, though. He loves the clicker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That
If
is
y'all
true.
were nice, I'd bring the clicker back tomorrow. But Victoria wants to know
Yes,
something.
I
Ready?
want to know. What was your strawberry bits?
Cool. What was your strawberry bit? And by the way, we've got that one little lesson that we introed to the Triple D folks.
That we introed.
Yeah, that we introduced to them.
All right.
And the whole thing is, before you do a lesson, imagine that you got that already,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Before you get out of bed, imagine that that your day was absolutely fucking wonderful, right? Before you do your session, imagine that your session was wonderful, right? That you got it, just really getting into this whole thing of already having gotten gold, right? Boom, it just total game changer.
Cool.
Click.
Chunk it down.
Hoo-ha.
So my strawberry bit was wondering what's happening at 11:15 when we frolic in the meadow.
Well, actually, I got a call at 11.
Oh, so it's not happening.
No.
You lied.
Well,
You
that was just an
gave me all this
example.
dopamine, and now.
Well, we're gonna
All
have
right.
pasta. Right.
Yes.
By the way, with the chunking process, you notice I chunked up to identity. Right. So always chunk up to identity, who you are.
What just chunked up to identity?
When I talked earlier, chunked up to identity. So the concept, I'm not sure. That's data, activity, all sorts of things. If you go up to somebody who doubles their income and works half the time, dunk, dunk, dunk.
Yeah.
Right. If you go up to somebody who, being healthy, what do? I frolic in the meadow. Being healthy,
yeah,
being someone
right.
who is healthy, I frolic in the meadow with Victoria, and so on.
Okay.
So,
Excuse me.
all right. I think this was as clear as mud.
Yeah, I think you got one or two there saying that, so
That's perfect.
that's great.
All right. All of that.
What was your strawberry bit?
My strawberry bit is always bring it back to you, because it's really, if it's about like I've got the perfect job, got the perfect car, got the perfect biatch.
Biatch.
Then you wake up in the morning and it's like, well, it's still her. Well, the car still blows. Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you? Did you want fries with that? It really gets whacked. But whenever you start getting, you know what? I create wealth. Whenever you live from my double my income and work half the time, suddenly the ideas pop up. Suddenly the when you meet, you'll meet the right people, that kind of thing. but you don't imagine all that, right? You just chunk up. Yeah. Biatch.
Yeah.
Joe understands.
Biatch. Talking of McDonald's, I saw on the news someone had kept on the shelf, just on the shelf, a McDonald's burger and a thing of chips from 1996, 20 years ago.
Well, they did that in one of those like Icelandic countries or
Yeah,
someplace.
they have got one, but this one's, I think, even older and as good as the day it was bought, which is so scary. I will never eat McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. See, we eat this thing called cheese. So back in the old country, there used to have this thing that was called Kraft cheese food, right? Yeah, you guys probably still have it.
Yeah, in the plastic slices.
Yeah. And so one day when I had my Army-Navy store, so I used to take money down to the bank every day. And so I'm taking money to the bank, and I noticed on the side of the trail, or the path, the sidewalk, was about 15 pieces of Kraft cheese food, right? So apparently...
Food.
Yeah, well, that's what they call it, Kraft cheese food.
Yes.
And so it's in plastic, and it's on the side of the trail. I swear to God, it was there for 3 seasons. Right? Nothing fucking ate it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
even ants made their way like far
Around it.
Yes, yeah. It's like, right.
Yeah, it ain't right.
And it didn't change color. I mean, I even went to the store. I looked at some cheese food, and I took my walk, and I looked at that cheese food, and it's like, that's pretty scary, right?
I'll
on
say.
the other hand, the cheese that I buy, right? Usually when it's
Yeah.
toward its expiration date, it's just getting started. Right?
Well,
and like
all
months down the road.
Blue Bay cheese that we buy.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Delicious.
Naturally aged. It's crystalline calcium in it, like Keitel Cube. Real calcium.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I thought we might have enjoyed all of that.
Yeah.
So you guys go to freeneville.com,
That's right.
221 email list all
Pseudo
of
Reign
that.
of Goodness. That's right.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmastery.course.com.
That's right.
Yep, half
Half
a
a
donut.
donut, all that good stuff.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That is the rightness.
Yeah.
Sizzle saw it too. 26 years.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I mean, like, yeah.
And it didn't go blue, nothing. Didn't
about-
shrink.
That's about the age of a Playboy model. If you think about it.
So you buy one for a christening or something and keep it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A Playboy
weird.
model? Keep it on the shelf.
No, you buy the McDonald's for her christening and keep the McDonald's on the
Yeah,
shelf.
and then you give it to her.
Yeah, when she's
Cheap date.
26.
Cheap date.
When she turns Playboy.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
Frolicking in the meadow. I know,
at
it's
that.
lovely, isn't it, Adelia?
I love frolicking in the meadow with you.
Okay, you guys, gotta go.
She's going to go now.
Yep.
All right.
We'll
See
you
ya.
guys tomorrow.
Freeneville.
Come.